Hey everyone, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how I stay fit and manage to do so every single day. Number one, it's all about discipline. Discipline is all about showing up no matter how you feel, no matter if you feel like working out, no matter if you are in a good mood, if you're in a bad mood, no matter what the case might be. You have to be disciplined and ultimately be able to move forward when it comes to the plan that you have for your physique and for your health. Now, I know discipline can be one of those things that can be very tough depending on what it is and also depending on who you are. I like to think of discipline as a muscle, and just like in the gym, when you work a muscle, you're not going to go into the gym and bench 400 pounds your first time ever lifting weights unless you have some other form of strength training or something similar that helps you have that strength. But outside of that, if you're someone who's just your common person, you have to build up the habit. But what I like to do when it comes to fitness is I like to think of having discipline with being fit similar to how I think of brushing my teeth, and I encourage you to do the same. Now, you might be asking why. The why is because brushing your teeth, if you're like most people at least, it's something that you do without really much thought. You do it in the morning. Ideally, you also do it in the evening before bed, but you're at least at a minimum doing it once a day. Treat exercise and fitness the same. Make sure there's no debate. You do it as you brush your teeth. It's just something that you do. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of your routine. Whether you're going 7 days a week, 3 days a week, or anything in between, even 1 day a week, you're still making the progress to take a step forward and get into the gym. But the other side of the equation is your nutrition. And your nutrition is, I like to say, the other 50%. When it comes to nutrition, your food intake blended with what you're doing in the gym is how you're going to get that combination of the physique you ultimately want, or at least get a lot closer to it. Now, there's a lot that goes into it when it comes to whether you're trying to lose fat and get very shredded, whether you're trying to really bulk up and get as big as possible, or any other combination. What you do in the gym and how you eat varies, but make sure you're educated on what your goals are and how to achieve those goals. Pair that with discipline and you have a winning formula. When I don't even feel like it, I go to the gym, and trust me, I don't wake up every single day just completely gung-ho about going to the gym. I have those days too where I don't feel as good, but I always know if it's a day that I'm supposed to go to the gym, which for me, it's most days. But no matter what, if I don't feel like going to the gym, I still am able to make the time to go. I still get myself together and I go. Something that has helped me, and I think will help a lot of you, is pre-planning your workouts. And by pre-planning, you could either go to the very extreme and you plan every single workout, every single set, every single amount of reps, all of those details. You plan any supersets or anything in between. Or you can just be to the point where I am, where I know what I'm doing each day, but what I'm doing on each given day at the gym kind of varies. But I don't walk into the gym with a blueprint. Okay, I'm doing exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, and on, and in a specific order. What I do is I have certain days, and my split, what I personally do right now is the push-pull leg split, and then I have a rest day. And then I repeat, push-pull leg split, and then I have a rest day. And the rest day is more stretching, walking on the treadmill, some very minimal activity, but I'm still in the gym. Now, that's what's worked for me. What may work for you could vary. However, create a plan and pre-plan. If it's Sunday and you're someone who's trying to build the habit of going to the gym and you want to go to the gym twice this week, pick 2 days this week, ideally not back to back, that you will make it to the gym. And on those 2 days, make sure that you do as much pre-planning in advance to where those are 2 days where you have minimal to no excuses, where you have not the craziest of crazy schedules, because when you're starting out, it's very difficult to build the habit for a lot of people to get into the gym. However, once you build that habit and you're someone who it just becomes a part of your DNA, like me and a lot of other people out there, you get to the point of no matter how busy your day is, unless your day is 100% occupied, even if it's only 20 minutes, you're getting to the gym. Trust me. Once you're there, you know what I'm talking about. And why I recommend pre-planning, let's face it, one bad day, one bad workout can spiral into multiple workouts. It can spiral into week after week. If you plan to go on Tuesday and Friday, in my example that I just gave on going twice a week, you might miss Tuesday. And then instead of going Wednesday, for example, you might not go until Friday. Or worse, you're like, okay, I missed Tuesday, I might as well not go Friday because I'm already out of sync for the week. And then you miss an entire week, and then the next week comes around, you've already lost the momentum, you may not even have the motivation, and certainly at this stage at least, you don't have the discipline built yet. So you're kind of in a bind, right? But don't let that happen. And that's what I encourage, is make sure you pre-plan what days you're going, pre-plan what muscles you're working in the gym on each given day, so there's no guesswork, and just put more structure to it, because if you eliminate the guesswork, you're putting yourself in a much better position to succeed, to reach your fitness objectives. And the thing about getting inside the gym, if you just get past that first 5-10 minutes, you might hate the fact that you're getting dressed. While you're getting dressed, you might hate the fact that you're going to the gym, as you're driving there or walking or however you get there. But what I can say and vouch for firsthand, and I'm sure a lot of you can as well, once you're finally in the gym, it's just, wow, I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I did not have an excuse today. I'm glad I just made it happen. I could have simply sat on the couch and watched Netflix, or just scrolled on social media, but instead I'm doing something to better my life and better my health. Once you get past that hurdle, especially when you're someone who doesn't have the discipline built yet, I promise you, you will feel good about the fact that you did it. Now, you may feel sore depending on how frequent you're used to working out or not. You may feel a certain kind of way when it comes to the recovery afterwards, but I can promise you, as you're walking out of the gym, you'll be very, very glad that you went to the gym. I can assure you. Just get past that first hurdle, get to the gym. I know that can be the hardest part. Once you're there, the rest is kind of smooth sailing. As long as you're willing to put in the work and not just check a box to say, hey, I went to the gym, I'm all good for the day. If you're willing to put in the work, the results will come when you keep that consistency that's built through discipline. And ultimately, everyone, what it comes down to is this: no coach, no friends, no motivation, content, or videos can do the work for you. You have to pull yourself up and do the work. And I know that's the hard part. That's the part that a lot of people don't like to hear, but that's the reality. We're all about reality, at least over here. When it comes down to it, you can have people who are supportive. You can have content such as what I have that kind of puts you in the right state of mind. But when it's time for the rubber to meet the road and get the job done, ultimately the decision is on no one but you. Yes, there may be other variables and outside forces that have influence in your life. Maybe you have kids, or maybe you have a very demanding schedule, or maybe you have a crazy commute for work, whatever the case might be. But when you get to the point of taking that action, knowing that no one can do it for you, knowing that you want more and better for your health, your fitness, your goals when it comes to fitness, when you flip those switches and you have the discipline, that's when you get there. And that's the most rewarding part. It becomes second nature. You wake up and it's not a matter of even thinking about if you're going to the gym. Whether you're going in the morning or the evening, you've already decided that the day before. And if you're someone like me who goes in the morning, when that alarm goes off, you get up, you get dressed. There's no, oh, I'm not really feeling it today, I think I might just skip. No matter what, as long as I'm able to get out of bed and walk, I'm going to the gym. So you kind of get to that point. And I encourage you to see it through and talk to people that you know. Anyone who you know that's really into fitness and really into their health and taking care of themselves and working out at a gym, or even if it's not a gym, but working out is a part of that. And that's something that they've done, and they've built the habit of discipline and consistency. I can tell you, they may say it in their own words, but they will tell you basically the same thing that I'm saying. And I've talked to so many people that are kind of in the same state of mind. If you're not there yet, just keep going. Dedicate yourself to the things I just mentioned in this video. Make sure you put some structure and focus to it. And I can promise you, it's only a matter of time until you too can say the same. When you look in the mirror and you have the goals you want, you have the physique you want, or at least your progress is way better than 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, on and on, you will have no one to thank but yourself, and be proud of yourself. So yes, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of reasons why you can stay out of the gym. There's a lot of reasons as to why you can lack the discipline, and that varies person to person. But just keep going and you'll get there. If this video helped you, please give it a like, please give it a share. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. I will be dropping a lot more content. I'm doing some new type of content. I'm shooting it from my office here. But just stay tuned. I'm going to be diving into a lot of different subjects, a lot of things when it comes to fitness, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to motivation, and staying motivated, and building different habits to keep you in the right state of mind. Just a number of other things as well. So stick around. I hope you do, and stay tuned for my next video.